Good evening, everyone, um, and welcome to the live stream. And we're just gonna give people a place to go tonight. Saturday night, because we know that people don't have anywhere to go usually. So let me just begin by saying that this is my new screensaver for my computer, and we've been talking about Meltology over and over again, and my background now on my all my screens is now pictures like this, like what you see right here, and this was all done without me knowing about it. This was all just AI generated, automatically installed into my machine. So interestingly enough, the AI is listening to us, and it's doing what we it's what we're thinking. It knows what we're thinking, seemingly. So first of all, I wanted to look at today's news, right? So we had this is the standard news that we see, from MSNBC or whatever it is. So it's the mainstream narrative. And this is what we're up against, and that's what we know. So here's what they're trying to tell us. This is what they want you to look at. Things like this. SpaceX crew 8 astronauts to depart ISS for a trip home on October the 13th, which we all know is nonsense. There is no space. So where are they coming from? Politics would be another thing that they want you to look at, which, we all know, most of us in here are aware that politics is not a real thing. It's two wings of the same phoenix, as I like to put it, using the Masonic symbology to describe that. So I was just looking up, though. It was funny. Tim Waltz prompts protests and silent treatment at a high school. So why? Why did he promote that? So he was embarrassed. So I searched him up and found out that the embarrassment from him is that he said it is illegal to be gay in the state of Nebraska. He said, think about this. When I was a kid growing up in Nebraska, being gay was illegal. It's still technically illegal. So this is the embarrassment for him, apparently. But for those who are not in the know, being gay in Nebraska is actually legal. This is the mainstream telling you, according to the reports. It is also being added that the state also prohibits discrimination of orientation and gender identity in employment and housing. Gay marriage has been recognized in the state since 2015, of course. Many fans and critics from both sides of the aisle sure did have a lot to say about the matter. And so here we go, the mainstream promoting, with this political agenda, they're also promoting homosexuality, gay marriage, all the things that we would be against, knowing that that's all what the narrative promotes. And if we move on down, we will see there's a lot of movies, sports, monetary, stock market information. These are the things they want you to think about. They want us to think about NASCAR, movies, trying to remember old movies, NASA thrown in there as well. Zebra stripe, Mars rock, discovery ignites fascinating theories. Yeah, of a place that does not exist, as we all know. But I just wanted to show this to show that, look, this is the narrative that we're up against. It's not just a narrative about, you know, uh, Meltology. Meltology is what we're looking at right now. But there's so many lies that they're promoting, and they're very powerful at it because they've got all of the channels. They've got all of the exposure, a lot more than we do. So here we are sitting here on a Saturday night discussing these things, and we're basically saying we don't believe any of this stuff. But let's get back to what we do enjoy. And the things that we've been looking at recently, Meltology, and let me just get up my pictures, melted castles. Get that up on the screen. There we go. Talking myself through this again. And these are the type of images that we look into in this channel. And I see Marcy's here. Hey, Marcy. Let me just shout out the chat, actually. I see that Half Bliss was here very, very early. So not tardy. Doug was here. Gaz A was here way, way early. Geospatial Prayers. Yeah, I hope you can stay awake long enough to watch the stream. Don't have to go to bed early. Marcy's here. How you doing, Marcy? Oh, you have to go to bed at 9? Yeah, we'll see how long this goes on for. Don't know. And then here we've got Jan as well. And Melanie. Melanie's here. How you doing, Melanie? Thanks for coming. Wendy. Thanks for showing up, Wendy. Thank you very much. Curtis is here. Hopefully Curtis will be hopefully joining me later on in the stream. Got Mr. Beast. I don't know if I've missed anyone. Hopefully I haven't. So, but these buildings have revealed to us that there's something that's not quite right with our world. We see these structures that have they've got red bricks built into the side of these structures. This is all bricks. That might be hard to believe for new people who are just looking at this stuff, but we can, if we scroll over to the right, you can see what they would call layers, what the geologists would call layers. And this is for those who are new to this subject and haven't looked at it much, but they are going to say these are layers that have been laid down over millions of years. And it's not true. We know that the evolution is not true, and the geology narrative is not true either. Make it make sense, make it make sense. Let me put up my banner. Make it make sense. I've got the banner going in the background for the medical advice because I'm going to show something later that they might not like. But yeah, this is the subject we've been looking at. And the reason we're looking at Meltology, that this was all bricks, is because you don't need anyone to tell you. You don't need someone else's opinion to tell you what you're seeing. Let's look at another example, which I like to use simple examples for to show how bricks turn into stone. All right, so here you go. Here's a good image right here of an old wall. Okay, so an old wall that supposedly is destroyed, but you can plainly see it's still red. It's got the red of the bricks still in, the color is still in this brick right here. But the one right beside it has been cooked out, heated up to where it's lost its color. It's melted out. It has went black. Let me see if I can find another one that's better than that. This is my see if I can find my favorite one. Now I'll just scroll through them actually, so we can find a good one. But yeah, so here you have another example of where a ridiculous story where these bricks supposedly have been set into this wall. They've cut out, apparently, where this brick can go in. Why would you do this? Why would you even attempt that? It doesn't make any sense. So I got people in here today working, so hopefully no one comes in the middle of it, but they might, so be prepared. These are just some images of a lot more brick walls where there is evidence of bricks, red bricks, in amongst the wall, where they've put it in. The story would say they've put that in between those blocks. It doesn't make any sense. Here's more. So these are supposedly built with these misshapen and odd-shaped bricks. I see Marcy's in here. I'm not sure if Marcy has looked at any of the Meltology stuff at this point. But if you have any questions, Marcy, we would be happy to answer them. I know Jen's in the chat, and there are others in the chat that can help out with describing this better than I do. All right. So let's look at another one. More examples of where we have a wall that's got perfectly good bricks, and then right beside it, these muffed up bricks. Now, okay, you could say that they put these bricks in here, that they put these new ones in. Underneath the muffed up bricks? Really? That doesn't make much sense. Why they would have the nice clean bricks underneath the muffed up bricks, what we're calling destroyed, ones that have been cooked out. They've lost their color. Doesn't make any sense. Here we have a street, probably in Italy somewhere, I would imagine, some back street, where supposedly all of these buildings are built from these janky looking, messed up bricks on here. And it makes you wonder how on earth they could do this. We couldn't build this today. We couldn't build this with those kind of blocks. It would be a struggle to build that today, to make this archway, make it so nice. So we're saying that these bricks are cooked out. And the reason we're thinking that is because we will often find bricks, red bricks, in amongst these bricks, like in behind some bricks. And the story is that they shoved another brick in there. They shoved it in there to try to fill up the gap. But to be able to build this, even today, would be nearly impossible, given all these misshapen bricks. Never, let alone making it so that you can live in it. It's a house. It's a house. When they're cooked out and gray, they're dead bricks. Yes, dead. Yeah, there's no red in them anymore. There's no energy in them anymore. So let's see what we got here. So here's a perfect example. Perfect example of where we are told that in amongst this pile of nonsense, in amongst this, we're going to shove a red brick in between these bricks. Why are we going to shove all these little slivers of bricks in between this nonsense? It doesn't make any sense. It would take you longer to do this, to cut all this up and shove it in here, than it would to just build a new wall. You probably should just build a new wall. Use new bricks, right? Like these ones over here. These bricks over here. Just use nice new ones. It's going to take you longer to cut these all up. The amount of work would be insane to do that for no reason. Yet again, another janky wall, muffed up. And I know it's probably difficult to see. And sorry, I keep mentioning Marcy. I know Marcy's, I don't know if you've looked at this stuff before, Marcy, but it's very interesting. It's very interesting that these walls are supposedly built with these stone, like what they're calling stone or blocks. And then oftentimes in our research, and I know Chapu has a lot of these, and Jan does too, and Spartan has a bunch of them as well, where they have red bricks built into these kind of walls. And if they had red bricks, you would think, why wouldn't they build the entire wall from red brick instead of shoving janky pieces of rock into the wall? So here's another one. Just a few examples of walls where there are bricks used in these walls, even though they've used what they're saying is blocks here, like where my cursor is, or where this flower is right here. And then down in the corner, we've got red bricks sticking out of the corner. So it makes you wonder, why wouldn't they just build it out of red bricks, the whole wall, not use these janky ones at all? It would be so much easier. Doesn't make any sense. Now here you go. This is a good one here, Marcy. It has red brick right here, red brick right here. Right beside it, you've got these bricks that are cooked out. We're calling them cooked out. They've lost their color because they got heat damage, Marcy. They got heat damage, and it made the clay or iron come out of the bricks. And this is why it goes a lighter color, because it's losing its iron. And iron is conductive, as you know. So iron would be perfect for conducting electricity. And this is where the theory of that this was all a circuit board comes from. It was all a circuit board powered by energy from the sky, energy from up above, like Tesla coils type idea, you know, harnessing energy from nature. This is the one I like to show a lot. It's so funny to me. This is a house. It's in Russia. Now, I know Russian builders, like American builders, like English builders or Irish, they all try to make these walls look as nice as possible. We have to agree. If you're building a house, you're going to try to make this thing as nice as possible. And but this guy, apparently, this builder didn't care. He didn't care. He picked all the jankiest looking bricks he could find, and he threw them in there. I'm being sarcastic, you understand. He didn't just grab any old brick from he must have had scrap bricks, right? And obviously I'm being sarcastic. But look, so why would he do this, Marcy? Why would he build a perfect windowsill right here, across here, and then on this side of the windowsill, he's going to make it uneven. The bricks are all over the place. Some are sticking out, some are sticking in. They're all puffed out. Even over here on this wall right here, they're popping out. They're popping in. They're all over the place. So there's no way a builder would build a house like this using garbage bricks. Here's another good example of a wall that looks like it's archaic, right? It looks like it's from the castle era. It's stone. It's all colored like stone. But yet, in certain areas, it still has the color. It still has the iron color. Right? So some of it's been cooked out, and other parts of it have been left with the red in them. We even have little bricks just shoved in right here, you know, like they just grabbed an old scrap piece of brick off the floor and just shoved it in there, right? So if they had bricks, again, the question is, why didn't they use bricks to build the whole wall? Why did they just shove one in right in this corner right here and over here? You see? So this whole thing was made from bricks. This whole wall was made from bricks. That's what we're proposing. And they all got cooked out. They got messed up. So much heat that some expanded and probably others snapped in half. You know, that does happen with the heat. That can happen to break them in half. See up here, you've got one right here. Just in case you're in any doubt. Why do we have a brick shoved in amongst all this stone? What is going on? But just another good example of red bricks in amongst what looks like castle bricks, like rock, if you want to call it that. Here we've got another good example of a wall that got some heat damage. Now, you ask, why do you think it got heat damage? Okay, well, these bricks on either side of this one are perfectly fine. They're perfectly fine. They've got the red. They're in good shape. They look rectangular, right? This brick right here, what happened? You have to ask yourself, what happened to this one? Why did it start melting? It looks like it started melting. And this one below it is even worse. It's almost like it got energy, heat energy distributed right across here. As this melted down, it almost like took a gouge out of this one, and then the one below it didn't quite get as much, but it did get a little. So that's what happens. When bricks get heated up, they can lose their shape. They can bend. They can also expand. And we have seen that in other examples. And then this one above it here again, it didn't quite get as much heat, but it got enough to bring out a metallic color. Now, how would it be metallic? Well, it's iron. There's iron inside the bricks. And when you are refining iron to make it into steel, right, you heat it up. And when you heat it up, the impurities melt out. And then it becomes metallic. You say, how is it metallic? Okay, well, look at these ones over here. Look at the ones that are over here. They've gone metallic. See, because when it got heated up, the iron started oozing out. And I'm saying it probably got refined. The impurities got burned out and it almost became like steel. So it's nice and shiny. And we have other examples of those same kind of ones up there. Yeah, that's how that process works, as you know. Here's one I used in my introduction video. And it's good for a laugh, this one. Who builds a wall with banana-shaped bricks? Like, why would you choose curved-shaped bricks to build this wall? And if you were to do that, say to use curve-shaped bricks, how much more expensive is it to buy curve-shaped bricks than just to buy regular old rectangular bricks? Surely it would be much more cost-effective to just buy regular bricks. I hope this is making sense. Here we go. Another ancient street, right? Ancient Italian, probably Italian, I would imagine, or somewhere in around Europe, Central Europe, I'm guessing. Old looking, right? It's all burnt out. It's all turned to rock. And you'll say, how can you know this? How can you know that this was all turned to rock? Because in amongst these rocks, you're going to find bricks. You're going to find these bricks right here. They're distributed all through this wall where you see the red. Sorry about this picture. It's not very clear. But on the other side of the road, side of the street, here we have red bricks right in here in perfect condition. Now, look, we are calling this a pocket of survival. This is a pocket of survival. And call it what you will. This is God leaving us evidence, or the universe leaving us evidence, whatever way you want to say it. This was spared, this part right here, so that we could find it, so that we could see it. Right? Patchwork. Yes, I'm seeing what you're saying. So someone took the time to put these bricks into this column, right? Is that what we're saying? And then not only did they do it here, but they did it over on this here part as well, right? They patched this up too. Well, I'm saying no, that's nonsense. That's nonsense, because it's all over the place. They've done it here as well. And there's other places where you'll find bricks like this distributed in a wall, like just randomly. Even this archway. Look, that. So are we to say that that was patched in then? This archway? That's kind of a complicated look at that. I'm saying sometimes the simplest solution is the best solution, right? So the simple solution to this, in my mind, is that all of this is red brick. It was red brick at one point, all of it. And it got burned. It got heated up, okay? It got heated up and cooked out, and these became what looks like stone. Now, I know it's difficult to see. I know just looking at a few pictures doesn't always tell you everything you want to know. I was the same way when I first came into this. Uh, it was very difficult to believe that uh, a mountain was a melted building, for instance. It was very difficult to believe that. And I would ask questions about that. How can that be? Uh, and I'm not even saying everything's melted building, but majority of it seems to be. It just seems to be when you look at it. Let me close this out. Talking about mountains being melted buildings. Hey, Skull Asylum, how you going, bro? I need to get some tunes from you for the stream, dude. But mountains are melted buildings. This is what we've been discussing. Okay, this structure. If you look at this castle, right up on top, so you're either to believe that on top of this janky, weird-looking shaped mountain, that they went ahead and built on top of this, on top of the janky mountain. They started building this castle. This is what you're supposed to believe. They built that on top of that. Now, let me take you down to the side of it. So you're also to believe that they built this column here around the mountain. Are you following me? You're supposed to believe that they carved this around this mountain. Now just think for a second. What would be the purpose of putting this janky column right here? I hope that you're following what I'm saying. It doesn't make any sense that they would shape this around this. Nor does it make sense that they would build underneath this one. Underneath it. I know the picture's not very clear, but that's part of the structure. Underneath the mountain. It's much easier for you to think that this entire structure, including the mountain, which we're saying is a mountain, right? This is a mountain, supposedly. This whole thing was red bricks. That's what we're saying. Because that makes more sense than putting part of this building underneath this janky looking mountain. That just makes no sense at all. So, and then if we come down to the bottom of this structure, okay, if you take a look carefully at this, you will see there are brick lines across this. And when I say brick lines, it means look at the separation in what they're calling geological layers. But we know that's nonsense. Geological layers do not exist. It can't exist. And this is a flat earth. So even doubly, it can't exist. Volcanoes can't exist on a flat earth. Or if they do, it's not what you're told. It doesn't come from a molten core underneath that's spinning. It can't, because that's not happening. And we all know that. So how was this formed? That's what you have to wonder. Oh, there's my buddy Curtis. Hey, bro.
What up, dude?
What's happening?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you fine. No echo
Right.
this time, right?
No, no echo. It's so excellent.
I'm sorry, dude. I messed that up that time.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're good. Who cares?
Yeah, I know.
Jen, Jen got some drops out of it.
Yes. Yeah. But just talking about, I know there's a few new people in the chat, Curtis, because some of my friends come over here.
Nice.
Um,
Good to see everybody. Anybody that's new, good to see you.
Marcy is really smart, so she'll get this real quick. But just trying to show her, you know, what that we think the whole thing is a building, not just the the top part, right? It's right down to the foundation and even below, even underneath it. There's probably more structure, which we don't even
Mountain
see.
is the building.
Yeah. And I was just saying there that the layers, what they're calling geological layers, is brick lines. They're bricks. They're separated. You can see the separations in them. And
Correct.
because remember when you first came into this, I don't know. I mean, I remember not understanding that part that the
Yeah.
mountains were as well. You know, but to say that they built this thing, just laughing about that, Curtis.
Yeah.
Shape, you
It's
know what I mean?
comical.
What the hell? Like to shape that around that for no
Yeah.
reason. My goodness. But
The absurdity of building it like that,
oh my goodness.
of
And
the logistics of building it
is it
in
just
that
me or
location.
is that underneath it? Is that part of this underneath this
Yeah, I
rock?
suppose.
is That's what it seems like. It's
Whatever
hard
they're trying to do.
it's hard to tell, man. But just fighting against this narrative, we've been taught for all these years. Uh
That's
this
hard to
was
break. It's hard to break out of it.
I don't know. This was
Not easy.
Chapeau's one, I think. I stole it off him, but this was perfect. It goes right with that previous picture. If you understand that that's a building, go one over. They're excavating this one, right? They're
Correct.
excavating this building. It's already there. The building's already in there, but they're going to uncover it, and it probably goes all the way up into what we call a mountain. Probably goes
Way
all the way
down
up in there.
and all
But
the way down.
yep, all the way underneath as well. So I hope it's making sense, Marcy. You know what we're talking about here. Marcy Sharp, she'll get it. She'll get it. And then this one,
Yeah.
so I put these in a folder, Curtis, so I'd have this progression, right? You know what I mean? You got that to this to that, right?
Yeah.
So
More
there's
and more
obviously
cooked.
a building behind that one.
Yeah.
But my thing about why is it not like why is one white color, like grayish, and the other ones are red? I think this is the climate. I think the climate is the difference between the why it's red or not. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah.
It, it's efflorescence. You've dealt with that a little bit, I'm sure, with the concrete work. Uh,
Yeah. For sure.
so I think it happens in a moist climate, but in this dry climate where you're seeing here, it stays red because it's not got as much moisture. That's my theory. So I got to do a bit more research on that just to make sure. But
I remember driving across the country last year from west to east,
yeah,
California to New England, and
nice.
I took a south route, and I went through Arizona and New Mexico. New Mexico was really red,
Yeah,
maroon, similar to that, but maroon, very red.
I
That was
just
my
want to
favorite state to drive through.
I want to show this to Marcy just one more time. But this is the progression. So we've just discussed that this picture is an entire building, and I mean I wouldn't say we've proved it, but the evidence shows that that is what that is. So you go to the next slide, Marcy, and they're excavating another one, right? They're excavating a structure out of this rock face, mountain, you know, whatever you want to call it. It's not, we know it's not a mountain, but then the next one, so it's more hidden, right, Marcy? It's more hidden, but it's in there somewhere, right? If they were to dig this out, they'd find the same thing as they found in that last slide structure underneath. even with steps, right? The janky steps,
Yep.
which we love to see. Geologist nightmare. So
Yep.
I'm not sure if you have some slides to show, Curtis, or if
I'm down for whatever you want to do. You want to show these? Do your thing. I'll just hang out. Whatever you
well,
want to do. I mean, I have a huge, gigantic folder, but it's whatever, however you want to do it.
this is the one I use to show if someone in work here wants to see the progression of this.
Yeah,
I
that's a
do
good one.
this. I show that. I show that. I show this one, and then this one, because look at
Yeah.
it. Talk about cooked out.
Yeah.
It's dry as a bone. It's almost
Yeah.
desert.
Brittle.
So I hope you can understand that, Marcy. So this is almost turned to sand.
Yeah, that stuff looks easy to carve right there, actually.
Any more heat, and that thing would have been dust.
Yeah.
So it got heat.
Yeah.
That's all we're saying. Hey, Sean, how you doing? Beggars and Thieves. He does some good music, that guy. You know what I mean? So he's pretty good on the making music.
Nice.
And this one is also a good one. Obviously, she can see that one is dry as a bone. It's been cooked out so much. So the next one, we are to believe that they built this inside the side of this mountain.
Right.
Right. Make it make sense.
It's nonsense.
It doesn't make any sense. And even the pillars of it go up into what you would call the cliff face, right? It goes up into it. Why would you even try that? It was
very, very, very difficult. Even
so
to do it now.
It'd be so challenging. Yeah, right. Even today,
Yeah.
like to chisel it out perfect where it touches. Yeah. Dude, it just doesn't make sense. So this whole thing is a building.
Yeah, and that's all that's left. That's all you can see that's left.
Yeah. Based on the logic that we've just used, the evidence that we've just seen, this entire thing is a building that's been cooked out, dried up, and almost became like dust, really. I mean, any more heat, Curtis, it would have been dust. I'm sorry. You know? So.
Or a structure puddle, yeah. Dust or a structure puddle.
As soon as I get through these, I'll let you go ahead and share your ones if you want.
Yeah, sure.
And I show this one because this has got a fascia on it. That's what I'm thinking it is anyway. Like where it looks nice and clean on the front. I think it's a fascia. And then in behind here, it's like destroyed. Like it's lost the fascia over here, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what
it's pretty clean transition line right there too.
Right. That's why I show that one, is just to show, look, you can make it can look pretty, but right beside it, you got to look how it transitions.
That's where it's all headed to.
Yeah. It's transitioning.
It's going to look like that momentarily.
Give me your thoughts on this drain pipe, Curtis.
If the event continued.
Yes. Give me your thoughts on this.
I don't know. I see a lot of drain pipes and a lot of these old structures. I don't know what to think of them.
I mean, did they really set this in to this block up here? Look, they've carved it into it, right?
I mean, look at it.
You know,
we see a lot of drain pipes and like Gothic, badass, old world. Like some of the craziest ones we've seen have a drain system.
I'm just wondering if this is original. You know, if it's the original building, the original drain pipe.
It's interesting how it's carved in, or
isn't it? That's what made me think of that, was because why would they carve it in here? You know, it's so perfect. So anyway, that's just one I like to show for transition, you know, between what looks like destroyed to like what looks like perfect almost, you know.
Not perfect. It's all the same thing.
Yep. And I'm doing this for any newcomers, Curtis, you know what I mean? Because
I like it. I like it.
There's my son. My son's in the chat. Hey.
Oh, nice.
Sorry. Hey, what I'll do is if you want to show some slides, Curtis, uh, I mean, mine are just basically the same stuff, just showing this transitional stuff and how these mountains are buildings, what I mean, on the larger
Right.
stuff. So
yeah, I'm down for whatever. If you want to go this route, go ahead.
if you have some boots on the ground, bro, I'll be happy
I
to.
have a killer folder. It's so massive. Well, we can start chipping away at it. There's
Yeah,
700 pictures in it or something.
I'm gonna remove myself from the stream, stop sharing, and then you can go ahead and add your screen to it.
Hold on 1 second.
Hmm. Sorry, I got a bit distracted there.
What happened?
I got a bit distracted. It's good to see my son in the chat.
Yeah, it is. That's really cool. Good to see you, Jeremiah.
Might want to change your name. Don't put your full name in there. I've made that mistake before.
That's good advice.
Ha! I stole these off Jasmine, Jeremiah. Joking.
All right, I think it's up. I did everything on my end. I held up my end of the bargain, Johnny.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. I'm sorry. I'm slacking over here. I got
You're good.
distracted, bro.
All right, let's see. All right, let's take a look at this melted chumpy. It's in chronological order like we usually do. This is 2 weeks ago. And it is, and honestly, there's a chance I already showed it. I don't remember what I showed last time. I think it was the Wachusett Dam. Okay. I don't remember that. Was it the tunnel and the Wachusett Dam? I don't think I showed this. This is that underground room.
Oh,
did I show that stuff?
The crypt thing? Yeah, you showed the crypt. That was the last thing I remember was in the Catholic Church under the church.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. That was that little video. And that was all right. I think this is new stuff. I don't remember. And this is the first meeting of the four of us. This is me, Shawnee B, Chris, and also David Wayne. All four of us. 2 weeks ago. And actually all four of us met again today.
Nice.
Yeah, I just don't have today's stuff ready.
I gotcha.
Okay, so we're in Fitchburg and we're literally just walking around. We have we have like an hour to kill before David Wayne gets there. So we just walked to a familiar spot that we've been to a few times. And I don't know, most people know about me. I'm not a big fan of fire hydrants, and this is pretty suspect to me. I don't know what happened there. Somebody hopefully got fired.
Oh, I've got a drop for that actually.
Oh, you're fired?
Yeah. Boy, I really hope somebody got fired for that one.
Jeez. I love it.
All professional over here.
Oh, you got some drops, Johnny. I love it.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to get some more. Is
that your only one?
That's the only one I got, dude.
All right, that works. It's a start. It's a good start. It's like you used to tell me, just one post, just one post, just one drop, Johnny, just one drop.
Well, I've been editing videos. I got interested in doing that jobby job stuff again, and you saw I put a video up about that, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for putting all that stuff up you've been putting up. It's a lot of valuable material. good stuff. A lot of good old school stuff.
It was kind of why I created this little banner right here, because of, I was going to show it, a little bit of it, just maybe later on.
Okay, right. Yeah, you've been putting a lot of good stuff up. Like,
well, I just feel
you've been a machine for the last few days.
They need to know about it. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people don't know what's
Correct.
going on.
I'm surprised a lot of it is even one of them in particular. I didn't even think it was allowed to be up, but it's good to see it up.
That's what I was worried about, that it would get taken down right away, but
yeah, it's still there, right?
Yes, it is still there, surprisingly, which is interesting.
I was surprised to see it.
But Jeremiah in the chat, he's not vaccinated. He hasn't been vaccinated at all. Zero.
Excellent to hear.
And he's smart.
Incredible that you were able to do that, Johnny.
That's tough going. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I'm sure it wasn't easy too.
Saying no is very powerful. A very powerful tool.
Yes.
We forgot about that.
And they like to make saying no very difficult.
Yes, especially in a hospital, Curtis.
Peer pressure and the likes.
I feel for those who have a child and they don't have a partner with them at the hospital, because they take that baby, do whatever they want with it. You know what I mean? Thankfully, with me being there at the time, I could go and find out what they were doing. If they took the baby away, I would follow them, see what they're up to. You got to do it. Sorry, I didn't mean
you might be the only person I know that was able to successfully do that, along with the homeschool and all that. That's incredible.
Yeah, we did homeschooling as well.
These are just crazy curbs we're looking at. I love curbs. These curbs are totally full of nonsense. On our way over.
Yep.
I got a problem with curbs too. Look at this hydrant. So the other one's down below. This one's sticking up.
Yeah, interesting. I do see that a lot, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, me too. They're all different all over the country, or even around here. They're not very standardized.
You mean the style of them? Yeah, they're not.
Very, very, very different.
Very different. That's true. Oh, Resistor says it won't let him share the links.
It sounds about right. What's up, Resistor? All right, yeah, just walking along, whatever. This is all cooked. We see this signature a lot down in the river like this. Really common down here, down low by the water. I'm going to fly through some of it because it's a lot of extra pictures. We've been here before. We've shown this one before. This is the wall. So the room we're going to go into is on the other side of this. Does any of this ring a bell? I don't think so. I might have shown it somewhere else.
That's perfect, man. I love that.
Super transition right here.
Transitional. Shoot.
This is the wall that Shawnee B kept showing before I really met him, or we made contact. He kept showing this wall, and I reached out and I was like, dude, you need to take me to this wall. And he did. We've been here multiple times.
Yes.
I have tons. I probably have 30 videos from this place. But yeah, look at this transition. It's nuts. And I don't know if I have it, but over here on the left, you can just see the piece of it right here. Oh, there it is. Look. This one survived.
Yes.
Look. Same thing.
I see it.
Same thing. Yep. Same thing as these. And this and this. It's the same thing, but this one survived.
Did someone slap some mortar in there, though? In that center one? It looks a bit fresher. You know what I mean? In the center, over to the right.
Here?
Yeah, this center column. Yeah, that there. Did someone just slap some mortar in there? You know what I mean?
I suppose it's possible. Even the logistics of doing something as stupid as that.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to make sense.
Freaking what are they setting the ladder up in the water
Right.
and going up there with buckets? So I would say no. Yeah, no. The X factor can be very deceiving. The way it spit out mortar, the way it melted mortar, the way it had a lot of tricks.
Yeah. Again, the moisture, that could be a factor if it's a moist area. You know what I mean? Maybe that's why it's a bit
correct.
clean,
You can see it's chewing up right here.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
turning right there.
Yep. Brilliant, Curtis. Brilliant.
Yeah. This is super duper crazy wall. And we go on the other side of it. So up here, okay, see this lawn? See this lawn up here?
Yes.
There's a room underneath it. Behind this.
Yes.
This is a framed out room with I-beams and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's got like a lawn on it.
Were you able to look in there? You weren't able to look.
Oh yeah.
Yes,
oh yeah.
You were
in there.
Oh shit.
In a second.
That's cool, man. That is cool.
Okay, we're walking. I forget. I haven't seen these really since I took them. I might have went through them once. So this is on the walk to the inside of that room. Just walking. I mean, just all old world infrastructure.
Yep.
Everywhere. All in the woods. Okay, this is the room. So the river is over here on the left.
Gotcha.
This is the wall. This is that wall. Those janky granite balloon looking things. This is the other side of that same wall. And there's a room down here.
Wow.
Yeah, and this is all old world utilities. And look at this collar on this. It's all old world.
Yeah.
I think.
Very interesting.
And it's all I-beams.
Is it knurled?
This is that lawn. This is the lawn. On top of this, it's like 6 inches of dirt and a green lawn. And this is right underneath that square lawn. Literally. Wow. And it's framed out with I-beams. It's the whole structure. You'll see.
It looks like there's a knurling pattern on that coupling.
Yeah, there's definitely. I think I might have got better pictures of it.
That's rare these days, right? You're not going to have knurling on it and stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
With modern stuff.
Yeah, I was pretty fascinated with that.
Yeah, that's cool.
That coupler.
I like that.
There's so much infrastructure and leftover utility out in the woods around here. It's all through the woods. It's crazy.
Yeah. Quick connect. That's what resistor is saying. Huh. That's
it did look like it did. It looked like a.
It does look like a quick connect.
It's an old world shark bite.
Shit, dude. That's interesting, man.
It did look like a quick connect. I thought the same thing.
It does.
It's like a 4-inch quick connect. And there's archway over here buried. Not buried in mud, buried in transitioned structure.
Yes. Which some of it became mud because it was so cooked.
Correct.
It's logical, right?
Okay, this is correct. Define mud. That's
right. Good point.
This is down underneath. This is underneath that room. See, here's the other side of those granite pieces that were sticking out on the other side. Remember?
Yes.
That's the other side of them. This is that same brick wall. The river's on the other side of it. And all this infrastructure is underneath it. In this hidden room under the grass.
Yeah. Man.
Crazy. And I don't think I took too many pictures in here because I had to have Shawnee go ahead of me with a flashlight or two. I forget, like big DeWalt flashlights.
Yes.
And he had to be the lighting guy because it's almost pitch black in there. I mean, it's really dark. I don't even know how we're going to do it. Plus, we're walking around on this 3-foot sandy pipe. So, I mean, we're trying to balance down the middle of this. And if you make the wrong step, it's all slippery with the sand. And dark.
Oh, yeah, dude. Shit. Be careful. No one will
really,
find
really.
you. No one will find you in there. I'm sorry. You know? You know what I mean? At least take some water, right? You know what I mean? And a flashlight.
Yeah. We usually come pretty heavily loaded. We usually pop the trunk and bring out the big guns. We got the DeWalt with the big batteries and the big flashlights, several of them,
Sweet.
and headlamps.
Yep. Reflective jackets and everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta have that.
This is in that room looking out, and it's just super duper transition.
Oh,
hella transition.
Yeah, that one in the corner is fucking crazy. That big one. That big block right there, what they call a block, you know. That's insane. Like as if you would build around it, you know what I mean? Oh fuck. It's just
look at it.
Oh my goodness.
Look at these things. They just popped out.
Bro.
Period. They did. You know they did. Crazy.
Yeah. So like I say, I go by evidence. So evidence.
Pure transition right there. Yep.
It's not
they definitely never built it. They didn't build it with 6-foot granite Jenga blocks here. That doesn't make any sense. It didn't make any sense then. At no point did it make sense. It didn't happen.
Right.
Yeah, this is so on top of this roof. Look at it, it's all framed out with I-beams.
Yes,
on top of this
see
roof.
that. What the hell
is that? Plush green grass.
Yep. On top of that's the grass park. Like, why? Right? It just doesn't make any sense.
Because we had found it like a month or longer ago. There's a little teeny tiny hole. It's like the size of a hole that like a animal would live in, and we shined a flashlight down there, and we saw that there was a room, but it took a couple of weeks for Shawnee B to find the entrance to it.
Yes. Shawnee's got a good eye. You know what I mean?
He goes out like daily, and he scouts these areas out. I mean, it's all infrastructure. This is all old world. They might have tapped into it, but it was all here. Look at all this. This is I know, I keep saying it. They got to mow the lawn up over on top of this thing. You would never, ever know. You would never know this was down here.
Hey, Melanie. What's happening?
Hey, guys.
What's up, Mel?
Can you guys hear me?
No.
What?
Huh? What?
I just want to hang out with you guys. Sorry, I'll mute right now.
No, you got to say more.
More.
All right. Fair enough. Just playing with us, you know.
That's a couple times. Didn't she come up last time? Didn't you come up last time too, Mel? I know I seen you recently somewhere. It must have been here.
Yeah, it was here. It was here. She just said 2 words. Said, "Hey, Beverly." That was it.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
It went away. You get Jan up here. Where's Jan? She come up here.
I don't think she has her computer, but actually, you can go on with the phone, I suppose, huh? I've gone up with the phone before.
I have to. It's not great, but yeah. Here, let's give her the link.
Yeah, she needs the link.
Let me just drop it in there.
Look at this footing holding this giant pipe up. It's all just janky block. This pipe is massive, super duper massive.
Melanie's on it. Nice. These are great pictures, man.
Thank you.
I want to go into these freaking caves and shit. I want to go into those. You know what I mean? I want to take a hammer with me too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we bust out the hammer today. I was smashing a wall today, trying to
Sweet.
Busting off chunks. Yeah, this is all underneath, all hiding. This is all janky transition right here with this huge pipe.
What the hell? For no reason. What is that pipe supposed to be? Like, what's it supposed to be?
We don't even know. I don't even know.
It's a pretty big diameter pipe there. Like, I mean,
Yep.
hmm.
And look at around the edge of the pipe.
Yep. Oh yeah. Little survivors right there.
We find a lot of crazy stuff out here.
It looks crazy. I'm just saying. It's like you said, it seems to be like a epicenter for melt there, you know, where you are.
Yeah, it's very melt-alicious in New England.
Meltolicious.
You can't go any town, any state. It doesn't matter. You're gonna go to the corner store to buy some scratch tickets. There's melt everywhere. You
Jennifer poops at parties.
Melanie. You can't say that. Not on this stream. Joking.
This is still in the room, I think. Yeah, we found these crazy mushrooms down there.
Oh, I hope you didn't eat those.
No, we didn't eat them.
No shit, dude.
They look glowing though. Look at those things.
That doesn't look ideal. Well, there's probably a use for them. There's probably a use for them somewhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah, correct.
It's usually how it works.
And I loved this. I did not put this here. It was just resting there on the I-beams. You can't really see it, but right up here, there's a little bit of daylight. There's a little hole here, like 10 inches across.
Yeah.
And that's the first hole we saw. And we were sticking our cell phones down there trying to take pictures. That was like a couple weeks before we got in.
Yeah.
And we knew there was a room down there. Johnny B found it.
You got one of those selfie sticks. You could like, stick it down in there.
I was so terrified because that was the only entrance we knew of at the time. And there's a video of it. I stick my phone down there. I'm like, man, I better not drop this.
Right.
Yeah. I just thought that was great. I couldn't get enough of that. Oh, look at the spider. Yeah, I didn't put it there. It's all spider webs on it.
Has anybody done any testing on old world metal just to see if it's stronger? You know what I mean?
Not that I'm aware of. I'm sure it has different properties. Yeah.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah, it would be.
Put a load cell on there and just see what forces.
We got to get a Meltology lab.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, look at the size of the pipe. Hold on one second, guys. Hold on 1 second. I'll just keep flipping a couple pictures. I got to go for 1 second.
Okay. No worries, man. I can take over again if you need. All right. As soon as you come back, you can just get back on there again, Curtis. Let's see. I'll share my screen. Okay. Do you want to share anything, Melanie?
Are you kidding me? No, I don't have any folders like you guys do.
Oh, come on, get your folders out. But I'll go back to my castles again. So just to follow the progression, logical progression. If this was a mountain, then so is that. This was a building, then so is this. Then so was this. And this was too. All right, you ready to go back again, bro?
Yep.
All right. On you go. Put you back on again.
There's that hole right there.
Sweet. Yeah, that pipe, you see, it's so big. That's what I'm wondering. What the hell is that for?
I know. We find all kinds of stupid stuff like that all around everywhere. That's the hole we originally found right there, sticking our hand down there in the dark.
I think we said this last time, but that's the infrastructure that has to go in first before a city goes in.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, so that's like doing underground. Yeah.
Yeah.
You do all your underground, pass all your underground inspections before you start building anything.
Yeah. So it ain't new. It's got to be old.
And this is the one we were walking on, and that one alone, this one here is like 3 feet.
Mm.
Yeah, this one was like 5-6 feet wide diameter. Yeah, all old world.
Dude, that's crazy.
This is on the way out. And this is, we're still waiting for David Wayne. He's not even here yet. We're still waiting for him.
Wow.
But we just checked all this stuff out. Look at all this nonsense.
It's just insane. What a bunch of nonsense.
Yep.
Muffed up.
Stampers everywhere, bricks everywhere you look. This is all brick too. All this.
Mhm.
Yep.
How far does that pipe go for? I'm sure you probably didn't take it to the
We
end.
didn't check, but I mean,
Yeah.
this whole folder, the place that we went to is the West Fitchburg Steam Line Trail. So there's major steam line infrastructure along this whole trail. It's total nonsense. You'll see if we
Yeah.
get that far.
Well,
Yeah, look at these things. That's them on the inside again.
we're going to have to start writing down what subjects we've covered,
I know.
because I got the same thing. I'm like, what did I do last time? I can't
Yeah,
remember.
I can't remember. This is the other side of that same exact wall. I'm standing against it, looking the other side of the river. But this is all old world infrastructure, all of it, the whole thing, all the whole footprint, all of it, all the metal, all this janky wall, all everything.
I believe it. I believe it, dude.
It's all old world. All of it.
Even that iron that's on top of that there, like, I mean,
Yeah.
that's got to be old too.
Yeah, all of it for sure. No doubt about it. You can tell when you're there. And they just never dealt with it, or they tried to tie back into it. I don't know.
Probably too much to deal with, Curtis.
Yeah, it's too much to get rid of.
Dude.
We see a ton of catwalks, starting to see more catwalks. They're everywhere. Catwalks everywhere.
Yeah.
It's like really common. And look at this pipe. Look at this structure holding it.
Yes.
Crazy.
Fuck, man.
Yep.
Yep. I'd say janky. It's not. It's actually pretty well built. I'm just saying.
Correct. Look how thick the steel is.
I know. The rivets are perfect, dude. That's what I was looking at. We're a fabrication shop, so
That's right. So yeah, I'm sure you're very critical of it.
I got my eye on that stuff. You know what I mean?
All right, this is us along the river. We're waiting for David Wayne. Like I said, we've been here multiple times. The Janky Block Company. These Meltolithic block archways, bridges are a dime a dozen. They are every single bridge over every single river. They're everywhere. So,
yeah,
it's ridiculous.
Interesting.
I'm sure this just lines the river all the way. This is all constructed. I mean, it's transition, but it's not natural. I don't think they try to tell you it's natural. I hope not.
It was.
It's super duper janky though.
Yes.
But they can't get away with saying it's natural. There's no way. But all kinds of anchor bolts popping out everywhere.
No, nor would you build with shitty bricks like that.
Correct.
Not for that kind of structure.
Yeah, not if bricks are available.
Right.
Apparently.
But, I mean, this is like what, to keep that water from going onto the road. So it's pretty important. You would not build it like that. It'd be good bricks. Good blocks, I guess, is a better.
You would build it with bricks, which were supposedly available.
Dude.
Sorry.
Yeah, all right.
More infrastructure. I'm going to kind of go through it because we want to get to look at all this stuff.
Insane.
All through the woods, everywhere you go. We find the cool. Look at it. It's all old world. This is where we went today. This is Fitchburg. We were in Fitchburg again today.
Yeah. I want to find the end of that pipe. Sorry.
And then inside,
Yeah.
we've been. I get confused. I think on the other side of this wall here, there's like a big pit down here. We've been down in there too, and that's where I think we found the that like 5-foot wooden pipe with all the straps on it, the metal straps going all. It was all wooden. We found all kind of crazy stuff out here.
Yep. Just got one sticking out there for no reason.
Yep. Yeah, here's all the anchors sticking out.
Oh shit. Yep. Very good. Makes you wonder what was attached to those anchors.
Yeah, correct. They're all sticking out of the melt in the water too.
Mm-hmm.
So that's all the same thing. This is all transition to janky granite, whatever it is. It's all the same. It's the same as this.
Yep. And of
Just
course,
didn't make its way up there.
just for the newcomers, of course, it turns into bricks, right? Up on the top there. It just suddenly becomes bricks again, right? I'm just saying, I'm being sarcastic, because
Yeah. It's
the ones at
event
the back, the ones at the very back there, Curtis, on the top left corner, they're
right here.
curving, they're curving out. They're so
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
so
And
heated up.
they're pretty crispy looking too.
Yep, they're crispy looking. They would have been rock too if it had got
Yeah.
more heat. Yep,
This was also all brick. It's been X factored.
absolutely.
Transitioned into this material. It was also all red brick.
Yep.
And it's moving this way. It just, I guess the event ended. I mean, that's all.
Yes. Yep.
The event ended and it
Yep.
stopped right here. Otherwise, maybe in just seconds, all this would have been
Toast.
this too.
Toast. Mm-hmm. I'm just doing that for the newcomers, Curtis, because
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think it should be done for sure.
we take
Sometimes
it
we forget that there are newcomers.
we do.
This is just all along the bottom of it. But again, we've been here before. And really all this is I mean, a lot of it goes there, but a lot of it has fallen from that brick part on the top.
Oh.
I hear Cecil.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
Is he on the catwalk? Is he on the catwalk? Huh? What's he doing?
I think he wants to say hi. Hang on.
Oh yeah, okay.
Cecil.
Oh, he's saying hi, all right.
Cecil.
How you doing, Cecil?
Oh, he doesn't want to talk now that you guys are talking with him.
He's all shy now.
Yeah.
The cat's got your tongue.
his tongue.
The cat's got your tongue.
The cat's got the tongue.
Yeah.
All right, Cecil. We're gonna mute again.
Yeah. It's happening right there.
Yeah. Oh, dude. Yes.
It's happening right there. There's the line, and you can see it happening.
That's perfect. Right there.
They're like pulling down or something.
Yep.
And turning into what's below them. Yeah, here's all these sliver bricks. They're half transitioned.
That is perfect, dude. What a transition that one is. I mean, so frustrating, trying to get it across to someone. You need pictures like that right there,
Correct. And Shawnee B is like, he's on a mission. He keeps showing this stuff and he's getting real up close and personal with it and looking like right where it's transitioning, which needs to be done.
Yep.
I like what he's doing. Fuck Thursdays, by the way. I just want to get that out there.
Is that a new what do you call it?
That's one of our sayings.
A new show.
Fuck Thursdays.
So you got Red Brick Saturday. Now you got Fuck Thursdays.
And Fuck Thursdays.
All right. Okay. Thanks, Melanie. Mm-hmm.
All right. I really want to get to the steam line trail. Yeah, but it's happening right here. For sure. Look at these two are slivers. There's a point right here.
Yeah. as if you
Sure.
cut a brick like
And
that, right? As if you
it's like pulling this brick up to here. It's like pulling this
Fuck.
brick up to here, right to this point, and it's starting to suck this one down to it.
Yep.
Right there. It's all happening right there. It's literally transitioning right there.
That's great evidence right there.
Stuff on the ground. All right, we got to get away from this wall. Oh, look at down here in the melt. These are all anchors too.
Oh yeah.
Bolts.
Yeah, dude.
Yep.
Just for no reason, right? Just
Yep. Big inch or 2 inch wide bolts. Big anchor bolts. Yeah, I mean, still to this day, it's one of the best walls I've ever seen. I mean, this one survived. Look, it's starting on the bottom.
Yep.
It's starting. It literally ended right here. The event ended right here.
Yep, looks like it.
Yep, it was going up. Look at just like these ones. Got this little one here. Got the little one here. It's got the bigger one. The bigger one. It was working its way up, and it ended right here. Yep, the event ended right there.
See it.
Stop event.
I hope everyone in the chat that's new can see that. You know that the two columns to the right,
Are the same.
Are the same, but they just got more heat, more energy, whatever way you want to put it. You know.
Yep, these were the same.
Yep.
As this, and you can see the bottom of this one is starting to turn into all this.
Just transitioned. Yep.
But the whole thing, the whole cataclysm ended. Literally, it ended and it stopped.
Mm-hmm.
And it froze. This is exactly what it looked like the moment the event ended. Yep, there's 3 of them. This one, and this one. It's all the same as this one.
Nice. I love it.
Yep. Wall is so awesome. And then you got floaters down here.
Yep, of course. Just shoved in there for no reason.
Yep.
Right?
In it. In the janky wall.
Yep. Why?
Yep. Floaters. Yep.
No need at all.
No need for that. Nonsense.
Shit, dude.
Yep, they're turning right here, right on this angle.
If you zoom out, like, and you're a contractor looking at this project, it's not built yet, right? You're like, how do you fucking price that shit? You know what I mean? Oh, you want some janky blocks up there? You want some, you know what I mean? Instead of bricks.
Yeah, and I don't want it framed out and then facaded. I want it built with that. I mean, the price would be astronomical. Yes. Like, don't build a wall and then facade it with that.
No.
I want it structurally built with this material.
Dang it.
You're an engineer. If someone came to you with that, I mean, they wouldn't even take them seriously.
No, you'd laugh your ass off. You'd laugh your ass off, dude.
It's chewing its way through, up, from the bottom up. It's chewing its way up the wall, up.
Yes.
Yep. All right, yeah, and again, we're still waiting for David Wayne. We haven't even got to the place we're going to yet. I mean, so let me know when you want me to stop, because there's 750 pictures in this. Okay, this is a buckle.
Oh,
holding off one of these crazy wires. And this thing was 10, 12 inches across, I think. I don't know if I put a lighter on it or not. I guess not. Massive buckle. All right, I'm going to fly through them. Yeah, there's the floaters. Very famous floaters. They're in many videos, these two.
Yeah. I think, did Shawnee have one with that in there too?
Oh, yeah. Multiple videos. Yeah.
It's hilarious, man.
Look. They're in there.
Yep.
In here.
No reason. Just shoved in there.
Oh, no.
Sorry. I'm sarcastic too much.
Yeah. No reason. No reason whatsoever for them to be there. All right, we got to get away from this wall. Damn. Okay, I really like this. This is down in the melt down in the river. I loved the square right here. Right here.
That's very interesting. Yeah, I must admit.
Yeah. And then I think I took a few pictures of it. On the end of it, you can see it pancaking. It was definitely something melted down. It was that shaped.
That's the framing you were talking about. Is that similar to what you were? The framing. Remember, you were talking about the framing.
Oh, nope. Framing more refers to when it has those blocks with the clean edges and the 3D square in the middle. This looks like a pancaked feature.
Okay.
On whatever this was. It was very square and very melty on the other end too. Look at it.
Nice.
Yeah, very melty right here.
Yeah.
Right here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, look at it.
Of course,
hope I took enough pictures of it.
They're going to call that a geological formation, right?
Yeah, correct.
We know is complete and utter nonsense. So,
all right, this is just further up, same stuff all the way. It's got the same melty stuff down in the water all the way up. We did notice one thing, that on one side of the river, it's always way more damage than the other side. Way more, considerably more. One side just looks like landscape, it's so damaged. And then the other side is more recognizable.
Yeah.
We notice that on every river we go to.
Mm-hmm.
Look at, we can't even, so we're walking around and we just start laughing.
Yeah.
People will know what that means. Can't get away. More curb. More stupid curb. Look at this nonsense. I can't even stand it. Something's not right.
Something ain't right. Yep, something's.
That's a curb? What? All right, just buildings as we're walking across, trying to show how it's literally everywhere. It's all over this whole building too. They just sided over it for sure. I don't even need to see it. I know it's there.
Yeah. I think Melanie has something to say.
Uh-oh.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, that's what it was, yeah.
I saw she unmuted there. I thought she might have had something to say, but
we couldn't stop laughing when we saw it. Look at this tree. I just couldn't get. Look at this thing. It's like twisted.
Oh shit.
Weird, huh?
Yep. It is interesting. Melanie has a
really looks like it's been twisted.
Melanie has a video on that about people shaping trees and stuff, you know.
Okay, yeah.
Interesting video. People used to know how to do that. Oh yeah. Sweet. Doxed yourself.
Okay. So now we're at the Shawnee B has been here before too. He's done a bunch of videos on it, but this is where all four of us went to it. This is the whole wall made of millstones. I don't know who's seen it, who hasn't. This whole wall is made of millstones. Round millstones.
That's what it was.
Millstones.
That was Jan coming in. I'm sorry.
What happened? Did she get in?
Yeah, she's in. I'm sorry.
Jen, where are you?
She's here.
Oh, she is?
I see her avatar. She's got the graveyard avatar up.
Jen, I can't hear you.
She went away again.
Jen.
Oh no.
We can't
Johnny,
hear Jen.
Bring her back.
I didn't do anything. She dropped out.
You dunked her, Johnny. Shut up.
I did not. You shut up. You listen to me.
Okay, fine.
You listen to me.
Listen to me.
I'm gonna remove you. No, she came on and then she went away again.
Yeah, she was up. I saw the avatar.
I heard the beeping and I was like, oh shit. Anyway, maybe she's having trouble with her phone or something, you know.
I think she's out of town or something.
I know it's difficult
So,
on the phone.
She has no computer.
Dude, I have big troubles with the phone trying to connect, you know.
I have been on StreamYard one time with a phone and it worked way better than I was so intimidated, and it worked just fine. I couldn't believe it. All millstones. This one's concave. I mean, it almost looks like a tire. So it couldn't have been core drilled. See it? Look.
Wasn't my fault, Melly. She dropped out.
You suck at tech support.
Yes, I know. I'll send you my bill, Melanie. It's gonna be high. It's gonna be high. Just saying.
Yeah, the whole wall's millstones. They're all different too, with different markings on them. This one's got a big drill mark groove in it, whatever you want to call them.
Yes.
They're all different. We thought was weird. So this is another millstone right here. They're all millstones. This one here, you can still see it's round.
Yeah.
It's round. This was a millstone. It's just been X-factored and turned into shale. This was absolutely a millstone right here. And it got X-factored. And then you can see the same thing. It's not a very good picture of it. In the video, it's good. You can see this another millstone. On top of it is another one that has been X-factored into shale. And you can see the energy moving down into this millstone. See the top right corner of it?
Mm-hmm.
See the top right corner of this millstone? It's like turning it into shale. So the energy's moving down into this one and starting to destroy this one too when it ended.
Yeah. Completely destroyed.
Just the top right corner, just where the other one was, right on top of it. And the energy's moving down into this one and starting to swallow this one up too. All right, now we're... This is obviously some dam. 1925. Super duper civil engineering masterpiece, like they all are. Big chunk of melt in the middle of it.
Yeah.
Something melted down right there.
Hope Jan
heavy duty metal. Yeah, I'm surprised she's having a hard time. When I did it, it was... I couldn't believe how good it worked. Square bolts. Look at these L brackets. Super duper intense L brackets. That's all old world. Here's this dam. They're a dime a dozen too out here. They're everywhere. Big crazy steel door.
Interesting. What the fuck's that for? I mean,
it's all old world.
It's like shit.
Utilities and infrastructure. Yep. Look at it all over here.
I would imagine it's an access panel, right? I mean, access panel, but
I suppose
that's what it would seem like. You know,
there's a lot going on in those walls. Very well engineered by Candlelight. And what are those pens with the feathers? What kind of...
Oh, the quills.
Yeah, by quill. Candlelight quill pen.
Kind of like a quill.
This whole thing right here.
Fucking right.
Little ruler and a straight edge, and they designed it.
Yeah. Crazy shit, man.
All right, I'm flying through a bunch because there's a lot of the same.
Even the wood seems to be better quality, you know?
Yeah, in my opinion, this stuff, I don't like a lot of telephone poles. I don't like this one either. I think a lot of these were here.
Mm-hmm.
Especially this one is not doing anything. It's just there.
Yeah.
Especially if they have an angle on the top. I think this one did. What's it doing?
I know. What the fuck?
I got a big problem with a lot of those.
But occasionally you'll see those pieces of wood in amongst the melt. You know what I mean? In amongst it, and it's in perfect condition. You know, you're like, what kind of wood is that? You know?
And I always am seeing the 10 by 10 brown lumber, the railroad tie-ish looking stuff is everywhere, all through the woods.
Yes.
It's everywhere. Yeah, I really didn't like this thing.
Nope. Very suspicious.
Yep. What are these things? Oh, these are for supposedly so animals don't run them up there.
Right,
I don't know what these are for.
Squirrel stoppers, right?
Yeah, you stop. You got to stop. Must stop the squirrels at any cost.
That's right.
So this is right where we parked actually, and there's a. It appears to be a concrete foundation around the perimeter here. It's that old world yellow concrete. It's red brick to me. Comes over here. There's a 90-degree right here, and you can see in the grass where the wall used to be. See the line in the grass?
I
right
do.
Here.
Yep, I do.
That's where this wall continues. It just melted down, and this is what's left of it. You can see the line. You can really see it in person.
Yeah.
Could really see it really stuck out.
Yeah, it's very prominent right there.
Here.
Almost you would think there's a sewage line underneath it or something, you know?
Yeah, it's right.
You know what I mean?
And then my favorite, or one of my favorites, guardrail. So behind this guardrail, this is an old janky parking lot. I don't even know if it's still in use. It does not appear to be in use. If it's in use, they need to fire the landscapers.
Absolutely.
Behind this guardrail, I don't even know why you need a guardrail in a little parking lot anyways, this is that concrete foundation I was just telling you could see in the grass. This is the other end of it. It's old world. But definitely whatever you do, you can't have the Honda Civic bumping into one of these accidentally.
No.
A concrete foundation, you must put a guardrail there to protect it.
Well, if it's a Cybertruck, it'll just go right through it.
Yeah. Just smash right through that wall. But yeah, right. I don't like it. I don't see the need for a guardrail. I don't think it's a guardrail.
What's it guarding? What is it guarding?
It doesn't. Anyway? It's guarding the concrete foundation.
Oh fuck. Okay.
Look. I don't like it. It reminds me of a bus bar. Chris, the guy that we go out with, Chris, he was there today with us.
Yeah.
He suggested that it kind of reminds him of a bus bar, and I've been thinking that ever since.
Fair enough. Oh, there's Jan. Hold on. Let me let her in. Hey, Jan. Oh, your mic is muted. It's saying.
Jen, where are you? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I don't hear.
It says her mic is muted, but I can't unmute it. She has to do
it. Look at her avatar. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Jen,
yeah, that's the graveyard.
How are you?
Jennifer.
We can't hear you, Jennifer.
Jen, I can't hear you. Can you hear me?
I'm sorry.
All right.
Let's go there for a short moment.
Oh, now she's gone.
Yep. She came, she left.
Okay, I don't know if we're on the steam. All right, I guess we're on the trail now of the steam line. The steam line, I have to write it down. The West Fitchburg Steam Line Trail.
Yeah.
We're finally there on the trail, I think. And there's just infrastructure everywhere. They're claiming it's a steam line. I don't remember the narrative on it. The more boots I do, honestly, I mean, I know it's good for people want to know, but I don't even care anymore. I don't even care. I personally don't even care to look it up. It doesn't matter to me. But I know people want to hear it, so I should probably look up more narrative stories.
Yeah.
I don't even care about the plaques anymore. I mean, I'll go up and get a picture for other people to pause it if they want to read it, but I've lost interest in them.
I know. it's unfortunate, Curtis, but it's what we're up against. You know, the narrative is
Yeah, I know.
the key factor. I'm sorry, but you've almost got to learn it to dismantle it. You know what I mean? And
I know. Hey, I do go up to all the plaques.
I hear you.
These kind of walls are everywhere. So we're on the steam line trail now. And this janky wall, as far as the eye can see, like there always is. Always, always, always.
Yeah. Very good. Very good.
Everywhere. Everywhere. Janky walls. This is, I guess, I couldn't believe it when I saw that, but I guess Shawnee or Chris had been to the same location before and had put that brick there.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it when I saw that.
They're just playing with you.
Yeah, it was from them, like a prior visit.
Yeah, they're just playing with you, bro. What does it say on it?
Gardner.
Gardner.
That's a town out in Mass. Yeah.
The ones down here had Ansley stamped on them.
Yeah. Is there a town named Ansley?
Yep. Town name Ansley.
Yeah. See, I'm starting to really think that it's possible because a lot of towns may have been named after big piles of stamped bricks. I mean,
Gotcha. Yep.
they have to explain the brick somehow. And it seems like we're seeing almost every town, not every town, but a few.
Yes.
This is a town in Mass, Gardner. A lot of them are named after rivers. I forget what they were, but it's like they found the bricks and created the narrative with some of those. Yep.
That
To explain away the stampers.
That kind of makes sense that they would name the town after the brick that they found. Yeah.
Yep.
It kind of makes sense a little bit.
This is just in the woods, all this crazy 2 and 3 foot thick infrastructure everywhere. It's all overgrown. And then there was this huge octagon right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, big octagon. I don't know what it was. Definitely all janky. For sure. Rebar, got rebar and everything. It's got like that old world rebar though. It looks funny.
Yeah.
It's got a funny look to it. I've worked with a lot of rebar over the years, and this is a little different looking.
It'd be interesting to cut a piece off that and just test it.
Yeah, I agree.
Ultimate tensile strength and all that stuff.
Yeah. Definitely different looking. I mean, are we 100 and I mean, that's what it looks like rebar to us.
Right.
Is it rebar? I mean,
don't know.
I just throw those kind of questions around. Is it rebar? I mean, everyone calls it rebar, but is it? Not just infrastructure here. There was like stairs. It's all kinds of infrastructure, all buried in these woods. It's hiding everywhere. Yep. Stairs. It's all old world. It's all overgrown. What is this doing here? Hey, Jen's making it in, huh?
Yeah, she was here. Is she not here no more?
Yeah, I seen her go in and out like 3 times.
Yeah, I think she's having trouble with the connection or something. That's a pity.
Look at the wall. I really don't like this stuff either. Just saying.
Yeah.
I'm not going to get into it, but I guess they came and dumped like 1 yard of asphalt here at some point and smushed it down and walked away. I mean, I guess that's what happened here.
Okay.
That's transition red brick to me.
Okay.
Yep. All day.
Even
all day long.
even the asphalt part, you're thinking is
Yep.
brick as well.
Yep. That's my opinion. Yep.
That's fine.
Look at all the brick in here.
Yep. Doesn't make any sense.
That was the only little section of asphalt like that, and I just don't see them. Oh, that's a video.
They didn't
There's
do
the wall.
a very good job. They didn't do a very good job if they were trying to put asphalt down there. You know what I'm saying?
Correct. They're fired too. Everybody's fired.
It looks very shitty, man.
Look at this is just a big footing. Like when I say big, it was probably 5 foot by 5 foot, massive, big, huge piece of I-beam sticking out of it, just hanging out over there. Normal.
I'm gonna do my drop. Sorry, that's the only one I've got.
Boy, I really hope somebody got fired for that one.
Yeah, hopefully someone got fired. The asphalt guys.
I hope they did.
These are normal in the woods. Are these normal in the woods by you, Johnny? What the hell is this?
It doesn't. No, nothing's normal about this. Sorry, nothing
Look
is
at
normal.
These were massive, 4 and 5 foot wide on the bottom, 10, 12 feet high, all overgrown. They keep going in the woods too. You can't really see it, but they kept going one after the other after the other.
Here's Jan again. Let's see if we can. Hello, Jan. You're still muted, but you're showing up though.
Jen, where are you?
Jennifer.
I need glue. Jen. Jennifer.
She might be.
I heard you poop at parties, Jen. Come up here and set the record straight. Jen. I don't hear you. Can you hear me? I can't hear you.
We can see you. We can't hear you. I don't know what all this nonsense says.
Her mic
1822 something or other. Who cares?
Right.
It's. I mean, we got to get to the trail. Okay, then there's this crazy foundation just here.
Uh-huh.
And this is in front of the foundation. More foundation on the ground. Brick. All right. Now it starts getting really cool. This is just some feature down by the river. All foundationed out. I mean, it's all red brick to me. It's all got bevels. I don't like the bevels. Got the big circle, just like the Wachusett Dam had.
Yep. Is that
smaller?
Is that metal, or what is that?
This right here.
Yeah.
Concrete, old world concrete. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Always seems to be one of those circles everywhere. But then we found this up on the hill.
Oh,
Look
nice.
at this thing. This looks like something out of Mad Max.
Yes.
I guess we were calling it a steam shovel. Like it goes on a crane.
Oh,
it's old world.
How big is it? How big is that thing?
It was probably 3 or 4 feet across, 3 feet across.
Okay.
It's huge.
Pretty
Look
big.
at all the square bolts on it. Very old world looking.
Nice.
It's very intimidating looking. Look at it. Pretty cool. Yeah, we couldn't get enough of it. We couldn't believe it when we found that. Because then there's all these towers right behind it too. Metal towers, you'll see.
Interesting.
Yep. And it's not really rusted. It's patinaed.
Right.
We couldn't believe we found that. I'd never seen anything like that.
Nice. Good find.
This was all welded together for sure. There were no moving parts here.
Right.
The chain moved around, but those parts were welded together.
Yeah.
Drag bucket. resistor says. Yeah, really cool. I never seen anything like it. And then right behind it was all these little structures, whatever these are. There was 3 of these. It's old world. They had ladders and platforms. Yeah, this is all in the woods. There's your rivets, Johnny.
Yep. And they're perfect. They're perfect. Look at the spacing between them.
Yep.
I mean, they're
Perfect.
fucking-
Too perfect.
It's just like, I'm sorry, but that's
You got a
nice.
platform here and another platform up here. I don't know what they are. There's 3 of these.
Oh, there's Jan again. Let's try this time again.
5th time's a charm.
5th time's the charm, Jan. Still says she's muted. I can't
I see her.
unmute. Mute
I
it.
see her up there again.
It says her mic is not connected.
Hmm.
So,
Too bad. And I start finding this all over the hillside.
Yeah.
All over. I made a video on this stuff. I couldn't believe it when I found it. I was going crazy when I found this. It's all over the place, all up and down the hillside. That concrete, that mortar with the brick. Look at it. It was just like everything you flipped over looked like this.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Is that bricks with rounded edges on them?
Bricks that are effed up and muffed up. That's what that is.
The one on the left, it looks like it's got like a radius on it. Yeah. It's like,
I think it's just muffed up.
right?
Yeah, I couldn't believe it when I started flipping these over. I found a whole bunch of these all in the same spot, and it definitely mixed in with the hillside. It looked like the hillside. Yeah, here's those structures, whatever they are. They don't even remove them or take them down. They just left them all. I mean, it's too much work to deal with it.
Right.
There's 2 of them. There's a 3rd one over here. They all had the platforms and the ladders. But it was right next to that big steam shovel looking bucket thing. So we don't know if they had something to do with operating that thing.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe in the river, which is
Part of a larger machine, maybe.
Yeah, part of something. Yeah, that's what we were thinking.
Yeah. Larger machine. Interesting.
The dam. Civil engineering masterpiece. Something melted at the bottom of it. And then it had all these footings. These were all hiding in the woods too, everywhere you look. Everywhere you look, these are all over the place. Left side of the trail, right side of the trail, everything's all overgrown.
Yeah. Interesting.
West Fitchburg Steam Line Trail. Okay, now we're going to start seeing the actual steam line, which is very impressive. Very impressive valves, and it's an impressive system. It's not for dummies. And you can tell, I took a lot of pictures of the mechanics of it.
Yeah.
And this, look at this thing. This thing just goes and goes and goes and goes and goes and goes forever and ever and ever and ever. That's the steam line.
Now we've lost Melanie, and Jan's still here.
We've lost Melanie and we can't hear Jen. We can see Jen.
We can see Jan, but we can't hear her. It's probably just a connection problem, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it says.
Like I said, I only did it that one time. Yeah. Got to get a flip phone, Jen.
I had trouble with it. I know when I tried it, you know.
Yeah, I hear a lot of people have trouble with it. I mean, I just must have got lucky that one day. Yeah, pretty complicated, this stuff.
It seems like it.
That's just one little connection. And I mean, it's all
Yep.
up and down the whole thing.
Yeah, there was a lot of work went into building that thing.
Yep. And then it had these big omega shapes, which I think were to absorb for absorption or for expansion and contraction. We weren't sure what they were for. We see them all over the place. So this shape right here. I've seen it before.
Vibration damper.
Yeah. Something to absorb vibration or yeah, this thing is super complicated and it ran up and down and all over the place. And yeah, they built it with horse and donkey, just like all the buildings. Horse and cart. Oh, here it is. I should probably just read it. Expansion loops. Yeah. All right.
Yeah. Interesting. Kind of
Gigantic. Yeah, it does.
No, it kind of makes sense.
That's what we thought they were, anyways. I didn't even read that till just now.
That's the problem with the narrative. There is some truth in what they do, what they say.
Yeah.
But it's
right.
not, you know what I mean? That's the tricky part about it.
Correct.
You know?
I agree. A lot of felt trees.
Yeah.
They were all over the place. Yeah, very complicated system. Some very suspect fences, in my opinion. I don't like those old fences. I do believe a lot of them made it through the event, in my opinion. More infrastructure, pipeline, steam line, sketchy fence, crimps in the corners. Yeah, I mean, very complicated system. I mean, I guess they're supposedly fabricating all of these pieces and with no communication.
Yeah.
None. Yeah, look at. That's just that one connection, and this thing went and went and went and went and went. Pretty nice.
Yeah. That's an interesting support right there.
This is really cool. All right, so there's your plaquage for this crazy janky wall bridge over here. It's the Mayor William Flynn Point.
Mm-hmm.
Look at this thing. There's a whole like water system down here. There's a platform right here. There's like a feature right here.
Yeah.
All janky. That's looking down in there. Yeah, right here, there's like a water feature and it's split with this slab. So the water rushes on both sides here. All engineered. I mean, destroyed, but. Yep, right here. At this point, you're looking at least 20 feet.
Yep.
All through the woods. All of these walls are all through the woods, everywhere you go, up and down, everywhere you go. All through all the cemeteries.
There you go.
Along all the roads. They're everywhere.
It worked this time.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes. We lost.
Oh, wow, you're up. The 6th time is a charm. Hi, Jen.
What's up?
You made it.
Some muffed up melted red brick right there.
Yes.
You need to tech up to a flip phone.
Whatever. I was ready to throw this thing in the river.
Yep. I don't blame you.
Oh,
All right, Melanie, where'd you go?
Yeah,
I
now
was
we
just
lost
talking.
Mel.
I was just talking to her on the phone.
Oh, okay.
It's I can't tell you what we were talking about. I'd have to kill you if I told you.
Oh, I'm ready to die. So
You're ready to die. So I guess you can tell him then.
I'm joking. I'm totally joking. I don't need to know.
Yeah, look at this. This is super cool right here. I couldn't get enough of that. And that water was rushing through there too.
Crazy, man. Some cool stuff though. You guys are looking at.
Pattern right here. For sure. I don't feel like getting into pattern though. Yep, all kinds of pattern. That's why I took these pictures.
Yeah, it seems like it. I see what you're saying.
Uh-oh.
Seeing a pattern.
What do we got there?
Some chemtrails. Some manufactured weather.
Pac-Man.
Possibly.
Hmm.
I see yin and yang right there. All right, this is the dam. These are super duper ultra janky Jenga blocks, and they're all red, massive blocks, all laid out because it's just this more damn. This was all the way out here, but it's just all turned into this, and then it turned into this. You can see
Yes.
it go from this to Jenga block to janky block.
Yep. Good transition right there.
Yeah, yeah,
Thank
for
you.
I
sure.
like that description, Curtis.
Yeah, from this to Jenga to janky. Yep.
Yep.
That's how it goes. That's how it goes.
You're quite the meltologist, I must say.
I am. Thank you.
Yeah, meltology looks good on you.
I learned from the best. Look at these blocks. Shawnee B did a video. He went down on here and walked on all these.
Oh, he did? Shit.
Yeah, it's awesome. They were really impressive in person.
Yeah.
Really, really impressive. I mean, they're like, I forget how big they were, but they were massive. All laid out, all perfect. Yep. Very red. More destruction over here hiding.
Shit.
For sure. How's your trip going, Jen?
It's going good. It's just I got to go outside to smoke a cigarette. And what's up, Mama?
Yeah.
Shit, my mom just almost fell.
You need to start vaping.
Yeah, whatever. I've heard this before, Curtis.
My boss came in yesterday, told me HR didn't like the smoke, but
I
he
bet
didn't.
they don't.
He didn't say to stop though. He said just blow it out the window. Make sure it goes out that window. You know. I'm like, okay, fair enough.
Yeah, that's fair enough. That is fair enough. So here's the janky blocks, or the meltolithic blocks, really. They're not so janky. And then here's the
Meltolithic.
steam line in the back, the infrastructure in the back. I mean, just everywhere you look, it's just all destroyed old world everywhere.
Yep. 100%.
Oh, there's the four of us. I think Shawnee posted that picture.
Oh, nice.
More infrastructure. Shawnee B found this crazy door.
Oh, cool. That's weird
Right.
looking.
Resistor is saying that those pipes got red hot back in the day.
I bet they did. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why the S curves and stuff in them probably, like you were saying, expansion and it's probably moving and stuff. So
It's a very impressive system when you're just walking along it. I mean, you just can't help but
is.
keep staring at it. It's just it's overwhelming.
100%.
It's pretty cool how chunky everything was in the old world. Everything that they built, even the metals they were, everything was chunky.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. Made to last, right? Made to last.
Yeah, there's a big difference. You can tell right away when you look at stuff, in my opinion. Right away. Immediately.
100%.
Very pocky, this metal. I can almost see pattern in it, but we won't go there.
Again, that's electrical. I'm sorry. That pattern right there, I mean, it's electrical for sure. Pitting and stuff.
More of me, apparently. All right, this is along the river where you can start seeing it's all blocks, it's all structure. It's hard to tell until you can get a picture of a bunch of them together. Oh, what's going on right here? Yep. I'm gonna start calling them a spark plug. That's one of my new
Yeah,
terms. There's spark plug right here. Right where the
Yep.
mouse is, spark plug.
touching. All right, let's get Melanie back in here again.
Is she in there?
She's not showing up, but
I don't think StreamYard can handle the both of us at once.
probably not. It's not letting me add you, Melanie. I don't know why. Her little thing has showed up, but it doesn't say add to screen or anything, Jen.
Mm.
It's just a blank.
Is she
screen.
backstage or she's not backstage?
Yeah, she's backstage, but it's like it doesn't say add to screen. You know, usually it says add to stage.
Can you click on it? Does it do anything?
It's just got the little blue circle thing. It's thinking. Ah, shit.
Work, huh?
Dang it. Try again, Melanie.
Oh, Melanie,
This
it's
is-
all your fault.
I know it's all your fault, Mel. Oh, you got the ticker in the bottom, Meltolithic. Nice. This is at the end of the trail. Another overwhelming Meltolithic bridge. More infrastructure going through it, all the steam line, and very complicated. And this is all still blocky. You could kind of still make it out. All this, all along. It's all the same thing. Oh, there we go. Now, when you zoom out, you can kind of see it better.
Yeah, look
Yep,
at that. It
for
was
sure.
all built out.
For sure.
Nice.
And then this civil engineering masterpiece. I'm pretty sure this is a really long one, too.
Yeah.
It was really cool in here. There's a lot of cool stuff in here. Actually, one of the best pictures of the whole day is in here. It's all transition. Huge bridge. Huge.
That thing is crazy.
All Meltolithic. Massive, huge blocks. And then, a lot of these are blurry for some reason. 18. I mean, it's such a sketchy location for this.
Yeah.
Like, it's just. All right, first and foremost, this is a yin on this side. This is a yang. Here's the middle of it right here.
I see it. Yep.
If you want to call it airplane wings, call it airplane wings. Here's your hourglass. The whole thing is a big pattern right here. And they're per usual, often a different color. This one's kind of tan color. This one's granite color. But it's the center of it's right here. That's the center of it, of the Taurus field. Anyways, we're looking at this 1846. It kind of looks like an L. They're claiming it's a 4. It's really crudely in there. It doesn't make any sense. It's in a weird location. I don't know. Well, there we go. I mean, what? You can build this whole bridge, but you fucked the 4 up? You can't make the 4 on a date, but you could do the bridge. And then I don't then
Mm-hmm.
usually the date's pretty prominent. This is unusual. All right, there's some really cool, all transitioned, even more damage in the bottom. So you can see the Meltolithic block starting to deteriorate right here and turn into this crap below it. One of these pictures is really awesome. I don't know why it's so blurry. Maybe it's because I was taking pictures while I was making a video. But yeah, a lot of these grooves here, very similar to the back of tombstones, in my opinion. I see this pattern in the back of tombstones a lot. A lot, really common. Here we go. This is probably the best picture of the whole day. Yep, transitioning right there. I think that's awesome. That's it. There's your
Oh, wow.
there's your drill lines, supposed drill lines. They're not. They're mortar lines. Those are bricks standing up on end.
I agree with that.
Look at it. That's so awesome. I love that picture. I think I made it the thumbnail.
You can see it starting on the next block over too.
Right here.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Or it was
Yep.
already melted through.
Or it's already. Yeah, it's transitioning right here on this line. Yep.
Hmm.
And it looks like it's moving to the right. It looks like this one on the left probably looked like this moments
Mhm.
before, and the energy is moving to the right, and it's gonna cut these off like a barber cutting hair off. You know, when she's cutting your hair at the tip of her fingers, snip.
Mhm.
These are gonna be gone, and the energy will just keep moving up. But yep, that's awesome. I love that.
Interesting.
Yeah, these are the same thing as these. These are the same thing as these. They're all the same. I don't know if that was hollow. That was it. I don't remember. Yeah, these are super blurry. I think I took them while I was taking a video. Look at the texture here. Now this definitely reminds me of the back of a certain headstones. Very similar pattern in the back of a headstone.
Yeah. I see it.
Yep.
Yep.
Wow, that's really crazy heat right there.
Interesting.
Not
Bring in the
super
heat.
duper janky in there.
Bring in the heat, Curtis.
Bringing the heat,
Yep.
spreading it like mustard.
That's right. Look at that shit.
Right.
Wow. Definitely not pickaxe marks.
No, absolutely not. Very, very janky. The whole texture, the whole inside. I'm sure they're going to blame it on water, some way, shape, or form. Somehow did this to Meltolithic blocks, turned it into this. Yep. Melting and X factoring
Uh-oh.
right there. Right there.
Looks like it's just me and you, Curtis.
Yeah. Well, I'm right here. Where'd Johnny go? Oh yeah,
We're
he just
taking
dropped out.
over.
All right. My iPad is behind a few seconds. All right, let's do it. You ready?
I'm ready. I was born ready.
This is the corner of some blocks. Still can
And look
kind of
at
see
that
very.
lower one there. Look, it goes right down into that other one. Right there.
Yep.
Look at that.
There's
What?
this is the center of a pattern right here for sure. Right where the mouse
Yeah,
is.
is that one down there got a stamp on it? It looks like it has something in it.
For some
Almost like
reason,
it,
my
like it
pictures
was.
are blurry, but definitely brickage. It looks like it's being pulled. All right, so this looks like it's deteriorating and moving up. It looks to me like it's being pulled up, and this one on top looks to me like it's being pulled down, and they both look to me like they're being pulled to this little void.
I agree. I concur.
Up and down, and then
In and out.
in and out like a robbery. It's correct. Look at this one. You can
I'm
still
looking.
see it.
Wow, look at those mini heat striations on it. They're like mini heat striations.
Yep. That's like a brick right there, just
Every day of
leaning
the
over
week.
to the right, starting to melt, starting to transition right there. Yep. You can see the edge of it. You can see the edge of it right here.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. It's just about to disappear. In fact, it looks like, okay, you want to know what I see? I see a brick and I see the bottom left corner of it literally being pulled. This is what I see. I see this brick being pulled this direction, and see this triangle right here? It's like pulling the bottom left corner of this brick right to this point right here. That's what I see. It's pulling to this point, and this stuff here is pulling from the left side, pulling to the right, but it's all pulling to this point. And you can almost see it right here in this triangle. It's stretching the bottom left side of that brick and pulling it into this point.
I see it.
It's X factoring it right there. That's what I call X factoring, transitioning. You can see it.
I agree. I see it. Put a 1 in the chat if you can see it. Put a 2 in the chat if you think Curtis is fucking nuts.
There you, there you go. My first poll.
Wait, go back. What was that on there? Go back one. What's this?
This one?
18. What's this?
Okay, this is the date. You weren't there when we were talking about the date. It's very
Well, I was trying to get my freaking mic to work.
okay. Very suspicious spot. It looks like an 18L. I mean, I guess it's kind of a 4. I guess. It's pretty suspect.
What are these 2 dots over here? Like between the
Yeah.
8L and then after the 6, there's another dot. What's that all about?
You got a dot right here. And you got a dot right here.
Something weird next to the 1. Like in the beginning, before the 1, there looks like there's another thing. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah. Yeah. I have some theories on it. I mean, to me, all right, I kind of see a flower
whoever
right
carved
here.
this must have been a little drunk to make a 4 like that.
See, this is what I see. I see a flower right here. I don't know if anyone else can see it.
Yeah, I see a flower.
Okay, with a center to it too, right here. You have to like unfocus your eyes, like a stereogram, like a magic eye. There's a flower right here. And there's a center right to that flower. And out of the center of that flower is a little streak right here. Okay, there's a flower right here. Here's the center, here's the streak. And the streak coming out, and it's touching the tip of this 1 right there.
I see it.
I don't know if people can see this.
I can see
Zoom out, you can see it better. See the flower? It's right here. And it's like something coming out of the middle of it. And to me, I'm gonna fucking just say it, I guess.
Just do it, Curtis.
This 1's being printed.
Yeah.
It's being printed. It's coming out of this flower. It's coming out of the center of it. Right here, it's coming out and it's touching the tip of that 1 right there. And therefore the 1 is created. If you look at all the numbers, you're going to be able to find a starting point. It almost looks like there's 1 here on this 8 or the flower here. And this one's really janky though. It's better on headstones. I see the same phenomenon on headstones. So to me, I feel like they're being printed. The nodes are printing them. So here's the circle up here, which is really responsible for this L or this 4. It's really a blurry picture. I do have a clearer picture of it. To me, this is a node. It's responsible for printing this 4. And to me, this node right here is in some way, shape, or form. Like I said, it's blurry. This, if I go to the clearer picture, you can probably trace it. You can usually see them. This node right here is responsible. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This node is responsible for printing or creating this 6. There's almost looks like there's 1 here. There's a flower right here. There is a flower right there. See it? See the flower when you zoom out? See the flower right on top of the 6? It's dipping down. Okay, I don't think it is this one. This is something different. There's the flower. Okay, there's the flower that's printing the 6. It's right on top. That flower is responsible. It's touching the tip of the 6. It's responsible for this 6 even existing.
Gotcha.
I don't know if this circle is really the one responsible for this L or not. I'd have to look at it closer. I know that sounds really crazy to everybody in chat probably, but that's how I feel about things. I feel like a lot of things were created during the event. Yep, absolutely. That's what I see right away, is I see a flower here that's responsible for that one. It's printing it right there. You can see it's like touching finger to finger, like the God picture with Adam or whatever that picture is, where they're out holding fingers
Right.
right there. It's reaching out and it's being printed out of that one. Boom, and it's touching it. And there's your spark plug, and there's your one. I think that's why a lot of J's exist, because I think the J is really a one, but it had not finished printing. It didn't finish. The J didn't roll all the way down to become a one yet. I know that sounds crazy, but that's what I've been thinking for a long time. And I'll continue to provide examples of that. It's really evident on headstones. Lots of metal, big staples. They're everywhere. We see them everywhere. You can see the ghosting of the lines and the stones. More felled trees. They were all over the place. We were looking for bricks, because often you can find bricks underneath these.
It's amazing how many times you spot that kind of stuff, with the bricks coming out from under the trees and stuff. Even in cemeteries, there's all kinds of crazy stuff going on with bricks coming out of
Yep.
like tombstones.
See a lot of stuff. I've seen a lot of bricks under felled trees. It's really common. I think Shapu's seen it too. This is stuff we just find it on the hillside.
There's some dead bricks.
You can see it's muffed up though. You can see energy moving through it.
Right.
It's not consistent. It's consistently X factored.
I think that's part of what we're seeing when we see the heat striations. It's like the frequency of energy going through it.
Yep. Yeah, I agree.
Heat,
I agree
heat has
100%.
a certain frequency. Sometimes we're going down like a hot asphalt street off in the distance. You can see those wavy lines coming up.
Yeah, correct. We found this massive MC cable. It was very suspect. MC cable is electrical wire, and it looked really old school. It was very weird. It was wrapped in this metal casing right here. MC is metal casing wire. They still use it nowadays, but it's a lot different looking. This was really weird looking. Down by the river too. With the old insulating rope in it. Yeah. Solid copper in there too. These are like thick gauge copper.
Wow. That's
Yeah, it was
definitely
really
old
weird.
world. That's old world tech right there. Right there.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was really, really weird. And you could see the metal casing here twisting up, because it's literally wrapped around like a candy cane. Just like metal casing. Yeah. I think I got a few pictures of it.
Wow.
Yep.
Look, zoom in on it like that. Somebody will say that's a tree trunk. And there's
Yeah,
a
I
ring.
know. I know. We did take a knife to it and score it so you could see the copper, which was probably not the wisest idea, to just pull out a knife and just touch it to 1-inch wide copper cable. But fortunately for us, it was not live,
It's about
because it
rope.
probably would have been the end.
Yeah, right. Talk about cooked out.
Yeah. Crazy trees. Okay, so this is where we get to that lawnmower shed. And we found this. Everyone really liked this one.
Oh, nice.
Everyone hovered around this piece for quite a while.
That's a really good example right there. mean, the proof is everywhere you go. It's just,
everywhere.
it shows
It's
itself in one form or fashion. You can't deny it.
it's really overwhelming here because really in Fitchburg anyways, where we keep going, it's overwhelming. There's like nothing new. It's 100% old world. Everything, all the building, everything is old world. You're literally walking around in the old world. There's nothing new. Like when I was living in Sacramento, there were whole neighborhoods and like half of towns that were all new. All new utilities laid down, new roads, new buildings, things were all brand new. That is not the case here. Here, 98% of the entire town is really, it's old world. Everything, every structure, every building, and we're just living amongst it. You know, all this rebar in this piece. This is a big, huge round. I've never seen so much rebar ever. Just sticking out every which way.
Wow.
Why these are blurry. Yeah, look at all the rebar. If that's what it is, rebar. I mean, to me, that's debatable.
It looks like thick piping, like not maybe like, straight through piping, but it looks a little different than rebar. It actually looks
Yeah.
like what I found the other day when I was looking at this old world thing in the middle of a regular neighborhood. It had like these kind of bars going across, look almost like a
Mm.
grill, the way they had it set up. I don't know what it was for, but it looked like those kind of bars.
Yeah, lots and lots of metal in the old world. And so now what I did is I stood up on top of this round thing and we're looking right at this brick wall and it's more to me, this is ultra transition. This is as undeniable as it gets right here.
That's
This
as
is it
trainy as you
it
can get. That's as trainy as you can get right there.
Yep, it is. That's it happening. That's it splicing the bricks in half, pulling it into the system and transitioning it.
I like that
Look at
one
there.
there next to your cursor on the right-hand side where it's dented in. Yeah, that one right. You just went over it. It's kind of dented in right there. Yeah. So you can see the outline. It kind of is concaved in. Yeah, right there.
I don't know
Yeah.
why everything's so blurry.
You'll have to go through and unblur your pictures.
I think I'm taking pictures while I'm videoing is why it's blurry.
That could be.
There's a lot of this stuff in Fitchburg. Undeniable. This is it. This is the process taking place, chewing through the brick wall. The X factor moving through the wall.
I agree.
And the event,
Definitely. You wouldn't build a
and the
wall like
event
that.
ending. Where did the event end? Literally, the event ended right here.
That's
Just
right.
stopped. Switch turned off. It ended and froze as it
And
was
if it would
moving
have
its
kept
way up.
going, if it would have kept going, that whole building, or at least that side, would look like that janky wall right there.
Correct.
And you'd have to slap an older date on it and say it was some old castle.
Yep. I love the brick slivers because you know they're being pulled in. They're being chewed up and pulled in. The brick slivers.
You could tell just by looking at bricks too, the old world bricks compared to the ones we make today. I mean, just to look
Yep.
at them, you could tell.
Yep. They look completely different. Yep. You can tell right away. It had this crazy, this is all heavy duty metal all over the place. Anchors. This is interesting, but some people were getting confused, like as if this wall came after this wall. It's all the same to me. It may appear that way, but it's not. This is not necessarily a window.
Right.
That's just a component in the wall. It's not a window.
Yep. And just like you could see, like above on the last picture, there was stuff sticking out on the right hand side of the wall. The metal fittings or whatever those are up there.
Yep. These are
Yeah.
wall anchors or wall washers, they'll call them.
Right.
Wall
Right.
anchors. Yep.
Sometimes I think in areas like that, the heat gets a little bit more intense or something because you have that added metal heating up and the brick heating up.
Yep.
Sometimes you see different stuff going on there. Or, like the tech being built into the walls of the building, just like we build our tech in the walls of building in our walls now. Your outlets, you plug it in, but there's there's tech behind it. You know, your house is wired and stuff.
Correct.
Anyway,
Just super janky. More transition on this side. A little bit different, but the same thing going on. Transitioning right before your eyes. Literally taking place.
yep,
Literally sucking these bricks down and turning it into this.
yep. And
Row
then look
by
at
row by
below that.
row by
Go
row.
all the way
Row
down to
by
the
row.
bottom. Then. On the bottom, it's starting to get into those little pieces there.
Yep. These are travelers. They're
Yeah.
being pulled to a certain point. I'd have to look at it, but it looks to me like they're being pulled to this point right here.
It
Right
almost
here.
looks like a Starfort corner.
There is a point right here. There's a spark plug. That's what I'm gonna start calling them. Spark plug right there. And I think these pieces are literally moving this way. They're being pulled. And I think all these ones, there's a bunch of them here too. They're all being pulled too. They're all being pulled to this point. That's the way I feel.
Okay, so right there is a right where you just said that other one was being pulled to that one. Is that a node in the center with all these little things going around it? See that round thing in the center?
This one right here.
I don't know. Move your cursor again. I can't see where it's at. No. See where this big boulder thing comes to a point?
Right here.
Yeah, right there. That thing right next to it on the left is a round circular thing. Yeah, that. And that has little pieces going all the way around that. It looks like a flower.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
There's different ways to look at it because it's all the same pattern, all intermixed. So it's hard to decipher it because it's over and over and over and overlaid on itself. And I always just try to point out the really easy ones.
I got you.
But it's all sine wave too. Look at this is a sine wave right here.
Yeah.
Yeah. This too. This is all sine wave right here. To here, to here, to here, all of it.
Oh shit. Are you still there?
Me?
Yeah, I'm just making sure I minimize my screen.
I'm
not
here.
used to
I don't know.
I'm not used to on StreamYard on my phone. It's just a little trippy and I'm a little rough.
You sound good. You sound really crisp. So
All right, that's good.
windowsills all disappearing. Still bricks in there. Yeah, I couldn't get enough of this. That section. It's so much transition. It's so obvious. All right, here's the lawnmower shed. So we found this shed on the side and opened it up. And naturally, it's all brick, the whole thing, all the walls, ceiling. And it smelled so bad in there. Had these, I don't think it had been open for decades. It had these lawnmowers from like the 50s in there, or they seemed really old. Maybe not the 50s. And there's like a fireplace behind it. Like it went in further. These are all video pics. That's why they're blurry. Now I know. It's all brick. Even this stuff looks like concrete. It's all brick. All of it looks like concrete. It's brick. Looks like brick. It is brick. Had this huge pipe coming out the top of it. Very heavy duty steel like everything else. Passing of the trash. And then the guardrail being consumed by the tree. If it's a guardrail. Here's a guardrail I found in the woods. Or it's not in the woods, but it's like 10 feet off the parking lot in the woods. Not doing a lot of good out there. Yep, look at it. Oh, man, now it's just me? All right, I'll just keep going. Yep, guardrail in the woods. I guess Jen dropped out. Johnny's on a hiatus. I don't know how many pictures are left, but I'll just keep going, I guess. I don't know where everybody went. Yeah, more guardrails. This is just pictures of people's houses. This is what people's houses look like in Fitchburg, Massachusetts. No big deal. Like every house. And then the wheel wall, like we came back here at the end of the day. The millstone wall. These are all millstone, guys. All millstones. Stacked up. And here, okay, here's a better shot. So right here and right here, there were 2 more millstones. Yes, there were. And they're now slate because they've been X-factored. And the energy that destroyed these 2 millstones is starting to move down into this millstone. And you can see it starting on the top right corner. And it's starting to chew its way through this millstone. Yep, for sure. It destroyed this one already, and it's moving down, and it's just starting to destroy that millstone. Yep, on this right here. This was a clean cut circular millstone not long ago until the energy hit this top corner. Yep, all millstones, all stacked up. Who's that, Johnny?
Yeah, I'm back.
We lost Jen. She was here for a while, and then she dropped out.
Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you. Yeah.
Oh, Jan's
Everything
still
cool?
here. There you
Thank
go.
you.
Jen is still here.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
see her, though.
I don't know what happened. I got kicked off. I came back in. I was backstage, and then I texted you, Johnny.
Yeah. I'm actually going to probably have to end it.
Yeah, that
afraid.
works. I've gone through
Sorry,
hundreds
but
of pictures, Johnny.
yeah, I'm going to have to
I'm gonna
end
stop.
it.
I'm gonna stop sharing.
But thanks for everybody for showing up, and I love you guys, and I appreciate you coming on, Curtis, and Jan as well. And
Yeah, thanks for having me on, Johnny. Hope
yeah, no
everything's
worries.
cool.
Yes, will be.
All right.
But yeah, so I'll probably just end the show. Thanks for everybody for showing up, and I appreciate it. And we will see you guys next time.
All right. Bye, Johnny. Bye, Jen.
Bye, guys. Thank
Bye.
you.
Bye, guys.